I can't believe that month 2 of my summer reading challenge is almost over, so it's time to tidy some things up. Hello my friends, welcome to my channel Discover with Kim. I'm Kim, I'm so excited you're here with me today. Welcome to this week's summer reading challenge vlog. This week it is almost the end of July, so it is currently the 24th of July today. So we have a little over a week until month 2 of my summer reading challenge is over, and I feel like I may need to tidy things up a bit because I feel like I may have lost the script here. Yeah, so first month of my summer reading challenge went pretty well. If you guys watched, the only thing is I didn't read as many books as I wanted to, which is a bit of a disappointment for me. So month 2 I was like, well, maybe if I switch it up I'll read some more books. So I kind of started switching it up a little bit, and that's going well for me, but still I haven't read nearly as many books as I want to because I am very much a mood reader and I get into like mini slumps kind of often. So like I might like binge books for like several days, and then I could go a good 4 or 5 days and not even want to pick a book up. And I'm trying really hard to work around that and even read when I am in a slump. And by doing that, I've just kind of been picking up other books. So like if I hit a slump, I'm like, okay, I don't want to read this book, and then I'll try to read a different book, which is great. But when you're trying to tackle your physical TBR, like it works, but it kind of ruins my challenge. But I'm still kind of just going with the flow because the most important thing about this challenge was just to tackle my physical TBR, and I'm still doing that. I am reading the books that I own, I'm reading books that I've owned for years, I'm reading books that I've gotten recently, so I'm really doing a really good balance about it. So that I am proud of. But I do feel like things have kind of gotten a little bit like messy, at least in my brain, with this whole challenge. So I'm going to take this week, I'm just going to tidy up everything that we're doing. I'm in the middle of a couple books for the challenge, so I'm going to try to finish those up and kind of reassess what I want the last month of my challenge to look like. So I'm going to take you guys along with me, and I can't wait to do that. I mentioned that I'm in the middle of a couple books for my challenge, so if you guys have watched the previous video where I picked a mystery fantasy series to read, I ended up picking The Shadows Between Us and The Darkness Within Us. It's a duology by Trisha Levenseller, and I read the first book, I enjoyed it, and I started like 25 pages of the second book, and then I hit one of those mini slumps and I ended up reading 2 Tate James books instead, Dear Reader and Watch Your Back, on my Kindle because they were on Kindle Unlimited. So anyways, that's not the point, but I have now finally decided it's time to really dig into The Darkness Within Us. I'm really excited to do that because I do want to finish this duology. Like, part of me almost put it aside and just didn't even pick it back up, but part of the challenge is to read books even when I'm not always feeling them because I want to get them done and checked off my list. And also, I want to finish this duology. It's a duology. I think the book's going to be good. It's only 311 pages, so I know that I can get it done. So anyways, I dug into it and it's getting pretty good. Like, I am pretty curious about what's going to happen. I am just at the beginning of chapter 10, which is page 104, so I'm 100 pages in, so about a third of the way through, and I am enjoying it so far. So I'm excited to finish this up in the next day or two and see what happens, and then be able to check this duology off my list. But that is one of the books I'm currently reading. And then the other one, I didn't even show you guys me unwrapping it. I kind of felt around for it and hoped it was the correct one, because this is my volume 0, issue 6 from my book of the month. It's those short stories that I get every other month. And since I finished the morning book I was reading 101 Essays That Change the Way You Think. I recently finished that, so I was like, I need a new morning book. And I like to, since it's just short stories, I read one short story every single morning. And I have 3 of these books to get through. So I was like, I'm going to tackle these so that I can be able to check them off my list. So I pulled this one out and I unwrapped it. Not on camera. But I've read 2 short stories so far. They're good. These short stories, they're always kind of like weird and out there, but I still enjoy that. This time, neither of them are that weird yet, but we'll see because sometimes they've been quite strange. But yeah, so I am in the middle of reading this. I read one every single morning, so I should be done in about 5 days, give or take, because sometimes I don't read it, but most mornings I read one of these. I'm also finishing up this book, so hopefully in this vlog I'll be able to finish up both of these to kind of tidy up July, and then we'll see where we go from there. Hiya friends, I have a confession. I've been in a reading slump the past couple of days, unfortunately. It's not anything with the books or anything, I just really I haven't picked up a single book in several days. I've been really restless the past couple of days and I really haven't been sleeping much at all, so I think that's kind of just it. My brain's just not in a place where I can like focus in on reading. But unfortunately that means I haven't made any progress in like any of my books. I haven't even read my morning book. I'm only 2 short stories in. So I'm hoping that tonight and then tomorrow and maybe honestly just tonight and tomorrow I can finish up both my short stories, just read them through, and The Darkness Within Us, because I just want to finish this month up strong and I feel like that's going to help me do it. So I really just want to finish those up and see how that goes. But yeah, I definitely hit a reading slump and that's hard because like there's nothing you can do but kind of just slog your way through it and kind of try to push your way out, read your way out. But yeah, hopefully I can break that slump tonight. That's the hope and the dream. So we'll see how that goes, huh? Friends, I'm so happy to say that I did it. I finished The Darkness Within Us over this weekend and it was actually decently good. I gave it a 3.75 out of 5 stars, so let's talk about it a little bit. So, as I said, I was in a bit of a reading slump after I started this book, so I read about a third, and then I kind of just hit a big reading slump and hadn't read anything for a while, but I really wanted to get this book done for this video, considering I wanted to get it done last week and that never happened. So I was like, I have to get this book done for this video. So I sat down this weekend and honestly, I read a bunch of it. I read a bunch Saturday, then I finished it up on Sunday, and I enjoyed it. It is about Alexandra's sister, Chrysantha. So in the first book, The Shadows Between Us, that is the first book in the duology, and that is about Alexandra and the Shadow King. This is about Alexandra's sister, Chrysantha. I don't want to tell you too much because I don't want to give away anything from the first book, but let's just say this is about her story. It is kind of, you get to learn about her and everything she went through and why she is the way that she is. So basically you get to learn about her sister, you get to deal with the problems she has. So basically she got married off to a duke, a old man duke, and she's just waiting for him to die, and when he eventually does, she's supposed to inherit everything, but an issue occurs where someone else, a man, claims that, I'm sorry if you can hear all the trucks. A man claims that he is actually supposed to inherit everything. He claims that he is the heir of the estate, and so there's a big issue with that. She hates this man because he's trying to steal everything she worked so hard for, and she's just trying to get her freedom. And that is pretty much what this whole book is about. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed Chrysantha a lot more than I thought I would. From the first book, I thought I wouldn't like her at all. But how the author wrote it, it makes you actually really like her. So, or at least me, I really liked her. So I really enjoyed Chrysantha. And you get some of Alexandra and Callias, the Shadow King, in this book. So you get a little bit of the characters from the first book come back into this book, and a couple of the other favorites are in it a little bit as well, and you get a whole cast of new characters who are very lovable and very fun, and I really did enjoy this book. I will say that I felt like it dragged a little bit. Considering it's only 311 pages, I felt like it definitely dragged a little bit. I think that maybe just the storyline wasn't that, like the plot just wasn't that juicy. Not juicy in that like exciting, just like in like there wasn't much to it. Like there was a plot and like there was an objective to the story, but I feel like it moved really slow, and I feel like not much else happened other than that, which was fine. It was like a light romance fantasy book, but I feel like it could have moved a lot faster. It could have been a lot more exciting. I did enjoy it, but like I said, it was a little bit lacking for me, which is why I only got 3.75 out of 5 stars, which is still a really good rating, and I did enjoy it. But yeah, that is my thoughts on The Darkness Within Us. I am so happy that I got it done and that I can finish off the month of July saying I read this duology. And so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Let me know if you guys have read either of these books and what your guys' thoughts were on them. Let me know if you thought maybe they were a little bit like lighter and fluffier than you expected them to be. For a romantasy, I expected there just to be a little bit more, you know? But I did enjoy it, and yeah, I would recommend it to anyone who likes romantasy, especially a little bit lighter, fluffy, less dense romantasy. Okay, and as you guys know, I am hoping to finish volume 0 as well for this video. The video does go live tomorrow afternoon, so I am 3 short stories in. I have 4 short stories to go. They're all different lengths, so I have one that is 24 pages, one that is 18, one that is 9, and one that is 20. So 20 plus 24 is 44, 18 plus 9 is 27, 44 plus 27, 64, 71 pages. Hope that's right, because yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so I think I have about 71 pages left, so I'm going to see if maybe a little bit later I can sit down and maybe buzz through at least 2 of these short stories, if not all 4. Hopefully I can get through at least 2 today, and then get through the other 2 tomorrow, and I can finish this up before this video goes live, because I want to get this done and check off another book for my physical TBR. Because that is the whole point of this summer reading challenge, is I really just want to tackle my physical TBR and get books read that I own. Some that I've owned for a long time, some that I haven't owned for that long but I just haven't picked up, some that, like, honestly I just get overwhelmed sometimes with what book to read. So the whole point of this challenge was to tackle my physical TBR, so we're going to try to get as many books off of it as we can. Morning, if you can't tell by my pajamas, but I'm very happy to report that I officially finished Volume 0, Issue 6. So, like I said, this is a collection of short stories. There's 7 different short stories in this, all by different authors. It comes out every other month with my Book of the Month box. You can either add it on, or you can just get it automatically added with the subscription. And so I get this added every other month into my box. And I get a collection of short stories, and I like to read them. Often these short stories are kind of weird or out there, and it's kind of what I like, because it kind of just shows, like, the different things that you can write about, and how you can really just write about anything that you want. So I really like this. I'd say this one wasn't the weirdest one that I've read out of the issues, but there definitely was a couple weird short stories in it, especially towards, like, the middle end. There's a couple that I was like, okay, that was strange. There's also a couple that I didn't really, I don't know what the point was. I don't know. I know that I wasn't necessarily in the right mindset and mood to read these, plus I don't usually read them back to back. I literally read 4 short stories back to back to back to back last night because I wanted to finish it. So I read over half this book in one night, and usually I read like 1 short story a day, give or take. So I feel like that definitely kind of changed how I felt about it and had some of my thoughts, but it was enjoyable. I do enjoy reading short stories, and I like that it kind of expands my horizons, and that it's just a little chunk. Like, the longest one was 24 pages, so it's just a little chunk and you get a little story out of it, and I think that's fun. Okay, my friends, the vlog that you are currently watching literally goes live today, so I need to get it all edited up for you. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here for my summer reading challenge and for watching me tidy up month 2. I really just wanted to get all the books that I was kind of in the middle of done, so that I could start month 3, my final month of my summer reading challenge, kind of fresh and kind of just, I don't want to feel like I'm trying to tidy things up from this month. I want to just be like, I can start this month fresh, and I can tackle this month the best I can, and I can try to finish my challenge really, really, really strong. So that is the plan. Next week's summer reading challenge video, it's going to be a little bit different. I am tackling a handful of books this week that I'm hoping is going to make a really fun vlog out of it, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Let me know what you guys are reading this week in the comments down below. Let me know if you've read any of the books I've talked about during my summer reading challenge so far, and let me know if you're doing a summer reading challenge, because I love to hear about it, and I'd love to hear what your challenge actually is. Thank you guys again for being here. I hope you have a fabulous week. Live well, read some books, go discover, my friends. Bye. Month 2, check. 7 books completed for my summer reading challenge so far.